Hey, you beautiful people. It's Matt. Welcome to another video. Welcome to my life, my awakening, my revelations, and so on. I am concerned with nearly nothing to nothing today. Depends on how I feel about very, very light issues. So that's a very good thing. And I am enjoying the outdoors. I've just come out of my mother's abode, which is shit. That would be it. So that's a good thing, as it's always good to take walks. Walks are kind of, to me, they're the spice in my life, since there isn't much that spices it up beyond creative endeavors. So I guess this is a nice mixture, is another thing I could say as well. I'm just looking around me. There's some beautiful shit out there in Canada, man. It's kind of amazing. Here, let's do a quick snoop. Let's do a quick turnaround. Oh, and look right there. There's a lake. There's a fucking lake. Those are everywhere in Canada. So that's cool. There's nature. Since we're not such a homogenized community as a whole, meaning we're not constant with the houses and the cities, there's actually a lot of nature out there. And later on in life, I'd like to discover a lot of it. I'd like to go out and explore. Maybe not, I don't know if I'd like to hike or something, but maybe not do sports. But there is something incredibly enthralling and appealing to me about, just living out the beauty of the cold and the beauty of the wind and so on. While in your house, you're very protected. Or in the house, you're very protected. And you're very sheltered, of course. And it all just kind of lines up very well, because you're used to it. But when you take walks, that can be more so adventurous, And that's a very cool thing. Just checking. So, where am I heading in life? Well, I speak of that a lot. That's kind of a boring topic to me right now, but it might be worth mentioning a few things. My condition might be truly over, at least for a long time, which is great. I say that because, well, it has cooled down. And maybe I'm undergoing a reversal yet again. I kind of believe in that, but just with some things. And just with some particular people, I guess. How you could decipher how to make your life much better despite dealing with something severe. But that's kind of depressing. But it's a real point. It's a valid point, I'm just looking at the field and how it says that potentially something has been sold. So that could be interesting. We could be seeing some new houses there. They always tend to populate things, as our country and our world populates. Overpopulation, man. That's kind of scary. I'm scared of that. And, I don't really know what to make of life, except I just hope I live it to the fullest, Indians. I do have my theories, but what is that really word in a way? I just want to live, you know, I just want to be me. In my last video, I went into the topic of how creativity wins by a landslide in terms of finding purpose, but you know, maybe that is a tad pretentious despite being somewhat accurate. Maybe there's a point in just having experiences. Hell, even if you're an introvert and you know, you just sit at home and I don't know, you play like StarCraft all day or something, you're still kind of building experiences, you know, that I relate to that. Maybe not that game, but I relate to that. But it's a situation that could be more eventful, but in a way, no. There's people that actually make professional earnings off of that, and that's dope, you know? That's really cool. There's people that professionally live off of video games. Can you believe that? Of course, it's a known fact, but you know, it's still amazing. It's still really cool. You think about the fact that, like, imagine if, like, you were the guy who conceptualized video games, you know? Think of the impact you've made, or the same thing with music or movies. That would be so amazing. Seriously. So I'm just walking. It's a beautiful day out, and oh, it says, nope, it says the name of the unit or the number, and it says for sale. So there's that. And there's a barrel. That's cool. Check it out. Look, it's a barrel. Most fascinating part of the video yet. It's a fucking barrel. Oh man. I don't have much to say this time around because I'm not going into my habitual deep philosophical thinking. Because to me there's no point right now. Because maybe I'm too intense in my fucking videos. Maybe I should just chill out. I don't know. I just feel like I get into something and I'm like, alright, let's bring up the most important shit I can think of. Let's bring it up, you know? And that just seems weird to me. That just seems really strange in a way right now. And as much as I love deep conversation, you know, I love just listening to people talk as well. I love just suiting the vibe and just seeing people do their thing. That's very fun to me. That's very enjoyable. Indeed. So, I'd ask what have you been up to, but not really applicable. I'm probably going to call one of my friends on Discord after this if they're online and available. That would be really fun. Because, you know, there's a point in just learning to love and live and laugh and so on without worrying too much about the idealism and the reality of the matter. My reality is right here. And I'm enjoying it, you know? There's no point in being too superstitious. There's no point in being too dim on things. Although there is sometimes, I'll acknowledge it. But right now, it just ain't my thing at all. And I know I'm repeating myself, but who cares? Life, man. I sound like I'm on pod or something and I'm just having massive revelations. But the truth is, well, maybe I'm just me. You know? Maybe I'm just me. And it's beautiful. Life is beautiful. Scaring away your delusions is beautiful. Not living with hallucinations is beautiful. All of that, there's an undoubtable given on. You know what they told me, my voices, a few days ago? Don't listen to music, or else we'll come back with a vengeance. And you know what's interesting about that? It's kind of worked. I haven't been listening to music for about 2 days. And they've slowed the fuck down. In a way, it's almost like they're non-existent. So that's fascinating. And, you know, maybe I live the truth. And maybe the truth lives me. And maybe the reality of the matter is to be handicapped by voices is just about the worst shit. So if you can break out of that, then you're miraculous and you're set, you know? You're really golden if you can do that. So it just requires getting in the right mindset. And sometimes that mindset isn't to overthink it. As hard as that may seem, you know? Sometimes that mindset is just to let it go. That's the truth. Anyways, with all that said, I'm gonna go. So I thank you, you beautiful people. And take care and farewell.